Today we are reviewing the latest movie in the horror parody series, Scary Movie. Does this live up to the cult classics, or should we have got White Chicks 2 instead? Let's find out on the Late Night Movie podcast. Welcome back to the Late Night Movie podcast. I am your host, Welchy, and joining me tonight, as always, are my co-hosts, Mr. Pop Figures himself, Andy.
Hello, guys. Happy to be back. I feel like there was some real substance behind that pun. Well done.
Oh, that was good, Andy. I like that. I like that. And can Stephen follow up? Also joining us is Mr. 10 out of 10 himself, Stephen.
Yeah, no. but hello, everybody. Lovely to be back as well. I was kind of sitting there thinking, oh, watching no real sort of big pun, and then Andy has brought the pun to the forefront, and that was a very good one. So well done, White.
I mean, there's a subliminal message in my one. You know, if you've seen the film, you know why I put it in there.
There is hidden layers to both of those. So I like that. It's just
Andy's was better. Don't get me wrong. Andy's was much better.
Yeah, I'm trying to contain normally the laughter in your introduction.
I think it works well to just link to the same scene.
Yes, exactly.
The White Chicks part, so,
yeah.
So
we gave you well done, White. That's right.
As we mentioned, we are reviewing Scary Movie 6 today, but just before we do that, in the last episode, we spun the wheel for our Spin the Wheel series, Wheel of Cinema series, and we said we'd come back this week and announce the movie we're watching for the next time. We picked it. There's quite a lot of choice. If you remember, we spun science fiction on the years 1985 to 1989, and then it was a 4.5 rating or above. Now, there was none. Literally none, 4.5 and above. So we've just gone down to the next one, which is only fair. And there was quite a lot of choice. So we had Back to the Future was a choice, The Fly, and Aliens. They were the three front runners. But all of us had seen them in some capacity. I'd seen all three of them, which is odd for this podcast. Stephen had seen all of them apart from Back to the Future. Andy hadn't seen Aliens or The Fly.
Yeah.
But there was also a little film which none of us had seen, which has a 4.1 rating in 1985, and it's called Brazil. It features Robert De Niro. It is a sci-fi, and it also has comedy in it, apparently. And that is the choice. None of us have seen it. I hadn't even heard of it. But it's got a good Rotten Tomatoes score of 98 and then a 90 for audience. So we're going to go with that. A film none of us have seen. It is available on Amazon Prime. So if you are watching along for the first time, we're giving you a movie that you might actually enjoy. It's a 4.1. There's a better chance than normal that you're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
I shall just let you know when we're currently planning to do that episode. So that will be quite a while away. We're recording currently on the 26th of July.
Wow.
So quite a way away. We've got today, we've got Scary Movie, we've got Toy Story 5 coming out, Disclosure Day, Supergirl, Odyssey. There's a lot coming out, which is why it's been pushed back so far.
And then you got like Spider-Man the following week after that as well.
We're going to have to review quite late because of my holiday, which is just unfortunate. Unless you two get to an early screening, we're going to be quite late on that review, which is unfortunate. But everything else, we're going to be hot on it.
Around that sort of time. Also, Welchy, there's another sort of announcement I didn't know if you wanted to mention about today's episode.
Yes, this is the 100th episode. I was meant to actually mention it in the intro and I forgot. The 100th episode of the Late Night Movie podcast. Obviously, we still do have our giveaway, which is open. You can still subscribe, comment on this any video really, but particularly on our giveaway video. You can like our Instagram posts, you can like our TikToks to get extra entries. So please do go and do that. And we will announce a winner soon, but not just yet. This is the 100th episode though. So thank you both of you for being around for almost all of them. Well, yeah, Andy, you definitely have been for every single one. And since you was at the beginning, you might have missed a couple here and there, but, and Stephen, this is the one you joined maybe 2 or 3 weeks in.
Yeah.
So yeah, 100 episodes is crazy
It's a lot.
Nearly 2 years. I think this one started around November, this podcast. So yeah, 100 episodes, and we're celebrating by looking at Scary Movie 6. You two watched this opening night, or very close to
You
it?
went
I did.
opening. You went
I
opening
did.
night. I went the next day. So I think you went on the Friday. I went on the Saturday.
Interesting. So you don't know what each other thinks of the film?
No, I
Nope.
made it.
I don't
I
think
didn't
we're
want to tell
supposed
anyone.
to. Yeah.
No.
Cool. Interesting. Let's get straight into it then. So, Scary Movie 6, pardon me, is a 2026 American horror parody film directed by Michael Tides. It looks like it's spelled tiddies, but that sounds
I think it
wrong.
was Tiddles. Is it not Tiddles? I was pronouncing it as Tiddles
I've got it as Tiddes.
or
I don't see
Tiddies.
an O in there, but maybe I copied it
No.
down wrong.
Anyway, it's Michael something. We sorry if he's actually listening. We apologise for butchering his
It's
surname.
tiddies or tids or
Tiddies.
tides or
There's so many jokes
I
there.
like
I'd be-
Michael Titties.
if that was my name, I'd be straight down the courts the next day having to get that changed. I can't live with that.
There's definitely worse names, but yeah, I would agree. And written by Marlon Wayans, Sean Wayans, Keenan Ivory Wayans, Craig Wayans, and Rick
Yeah.
Alvarez. So the Wayans family are back involved. It is the sixth installment in the Scary Movie series, following Scary Movie 5 in 2013, and has been referred to as the spiritual sequel of the first two movies. A sixth Scary Movie film was announced in 2024, and later that same year, it was revealed to have the involvement of the Wayans family for the first time since their departure from the franchise after Scary Movie 2, which is in 2001,
Cool.
due to creative conflicts with the original producers. So,
Do you guys know what, just as we're speaking about it, that a writer who then took over Scary Movie 3 and 4 is none other than Mr. Craig Mazin, who wrote the television series of The Last of Us and Chernobyl.
and
I didn't.
and he fucked up season 2 of The Last of Us.
Yeah, so he started in comedy. So his comedy credits are Hangover trilogy. He co-wrote the Hangover trilogy. He wrote Scary Movie 3 and 4. He also wrote Superhero Movie, and then morphed over to Chernobyl and The Last of Us, which again shows that people who do comedy are going over to horror. And there's something in the two, which
Not
I've
always
always said,
successfully
like,
on this occasion.
well,
Did you hear
one-
that? Moving over to horror, he classed The Last of Us as a horror, though, I reckon.
You've been caught, Stephen. You've been caught.
He's finally admitted it.
Not the last. No, well, Chernobyl's pretty like traumatic in its moments, but like that,
You know, horror.
taking that's not the point I'm trying to make. What I'm making is that people going to comedies, going to more dark stuff. I will never ever say The Last of Us is a horror. So
You just did.
You
stop.
just did.
No,
Yeah.
I meant
Got
I
on
just.
camera.
I bet he probably wrote another independent horror movie. So whatever.
Okay, yeah.
But generally, I just think that there's that notion of excluding Craig Mazin, but on a general sort of level from the comedy perspective, that something that makes you laugh can easily go into movies that then are meant to scare you. I always just find it crazy how you can go from Scary Movie 3 to then Chernobyl, which is just such a complete different end of the spectrum. But yeah, I thought I'd throw that in if you weren't aware of crazy stuff.
I was not. Budget for this movie. Do you know what that budget was?
I don't actually, but
It's 30 million?
What do you reckon, Andy?
Around about the
I reckon it is quite low budget. I don't know, 60 mil.
Low.
Is
It
that
is
low in
30,
today's terms?
30 million.
Oh, he
yeah.
didn't know. Yeah, it's probably going written down in front of him.
Now, I've got the box office numbers when I checked yesterday morning. I will just check
last
again.
week, I do know that it was the #1 movie in America, so I think it's definitely made its money.
Yeah, the numbers have changed since yesterday. So, do you want to hazard a guess how much it is currently on right now?
I don't know this actual stat, just before, in case I get it bang on and then you think I'm looking into facts before the video started. I will go 70 million.
Andy?
To be fair, I haven't really seen any articles about it because I think Obsession's like dominated everything. I haven't seen anything scary movie wise, but I don't know, 100 mil.
Whoa!
I think the other reason you're not seeing much is because critics don't like these films, so they don't want people talking about it. They don't talk about it. It's only fans that like to talk about these films. You are both way off.
Oh, okay. A lot less.
Oh, is it more?
173 million.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I was closer.
this is, I think it's the most successful in the franchise. If I might be mistaken, that as in
Yeah.
like maybe early weeks or
It
whatever.
definitely
Yeah.
was the most successful opening to any of the previous
Movies, yeah.
movies. And I did see that. And also, Ways did come out and say if this was successful, then White Chicks 2 will get the green light. So I'm pretty confident that we will now be getting a White Chicks 2.
Please give me White Chicks too.
He came out on a podcast and said they've got an idea, all the cast will come back, but it will be dependent on whether Scary Movie is successful, which I think is quite a clever ploy because there is so much love for a sequel. So I think by saying that, people who may not even wanted to go to Scary Movie will go because they're desperate for a White
That's what
Chicks
James
2.
Cameron did with Avatar. Like, yeah, we might get another one, but it needs to do well. So everyone's like,
Yeah,
if I can go and watch it,
Well, it's like, we'll go multiple fucking times.
So currently in the world, it is sitting at 16th already. 16th. Considering it's only been out just over a week, which is pretty impressive. There's
Not too shabby.
a few films which probably aren't available to us in the list here. So if you just included, Western movies, it's probably a little bit higher.
Yeah.
A film has now breached, by the way, off topic, 1 billion this year.
It's not that film from China, is it?
No, not a China one.
I swear we've spoken about this recently. A film that was doing really well.
There's probably going to be two.
If
the other film does it, that'd be very impressive.
Is Obsession a conversation for that?
No, not a billion.
Not yet.
No, okay.
Obsession.
Probably.
Go on, Andy.
Project Hail Mary.
No.
Potentially one of them. No.
Project Hail Mary is third.
Mario is one of them.
Mario is the one that has breached a billion.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember when we last spoke about it. It was at 1.8 billion, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. And Mexico had inflated the numbers by like a billion.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Made no sense.
But now
That's still
it's
incredibly
actually
impressive,
there.
though.
Yeah, it's at a billion. Not as successful as the first one, but
no. Did you say there's two, or there's one on call?
The one that is in second is just under 70 million away. Project Hail Mary is third.
I'm trying to think what's been in the cinema as like absolute of an age. That's normally a good indication.
It's something obvious again.
Yeah. Problem is, not only have we seen so many movies, but also I'm finding that movies are not staying in cinema for a long period of time because it's just the amount of volume of ones. What?
It could still be there. I don't know. I've not actually checked. I'll check. But this one.
Oh, Michael.
Michael is correct. Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'd say because Michael's still in cinema now. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I think Michael could.
Which is crazy.
You know what? It could overtake.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Super Mario is still in cinemas.
It might have odd showings, but.
Yeah, Michael Jackson film is still in cinemas.
I think Super Mario is, at least it's not in our local ones, but there might be other multiplexes that still show Mario.
Sometimes I'll add random like single showings for it and stuff. Yeah. It'll be like 10 a.m. on a Tuesday. So.
Yeah. Or like an early morning on a Saturday because that makes the most amount of sense for kids to then go and watch it.
But Obsession is 8th, and if you take out the one Chinese film above it, it's top 7 of the year, which is
very good.
Well, I'll be talking about that a little bit later because I did go to watch it the second time around, and it was like a 9 p.m. screening, and it was pretty much full. And I've never seen that before on a weeknight, and I was just like, wow. I expected it to be like maybe 8 people in the cinema, and then walk in and like everyone there, like, oh shit. So it has done very, very, very well.
We've both watched it twice now, so that just shows you.
Have either of you gone to see Backrooms yet?
No. I haven't seen it Tuesday.
Okay, because that is just behind. Like, just behind. Yeah. So those two go very well,
yeah.
I tell you what, as a horror lover right now, it's like you inject this into my veins. I'm living my best life at the moment.
Before we go into back to Scary Movie, well, we'll go back to Scary Movie 6 now, but before we go into in the details, currently Scary Movie is 16th with 173 million. Scream 7, another Ghostface themed film this year, is sitting at 13th with 207 million, so just 35 away. Wow. Does Scary Movie overtake it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
That's bad, right? Surely it's bad that
your
parody film is more successful than the real one.
Yeah, I think looking back, it's very let down with Scream 7. I think that it's a real miss. I mean, when it came out, it it had the biggest launch to any of the Scream movies prior to that point. I sometimes feel like they say that all the time. It feels like every other next installment is this is the one that's had the biggest opening until the next one. So sometimes I think, is that open to some sort of interpretation? But yeah, maybe just also the movie
Inflation.
didn't do very well. So also, is it because people look at it again and well, that was not a great movie anyway? So say like Scream 7 had done really well, but didn't get the financial numbers, but still had a really high audience score. That wouldn't be too much of a problem. But for the fact that Scary Movie not only is getting the numbers, but fans are sort of here and there with it.
Let's find
You know
out
what I mean?
we
Like,
think of it.
I think the audience score last year was like in the 70s, which is, I know Scream was around about the same sort of mark, but you know, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
So the Rotten Tomato score for critics is 24 on Scary Movie 6.
Yeah. So happy that
so
no one
funny.
picked this for critic score our game.
The audience score is 67.
Oh, it's gone down.
So it would have scored you 7 points if you picked it for the audience score on our game. Letterboxd rating of 2.5, bang in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we will decide whether we think that's fair or not. Okay, so we've all seen this film now. I watched it Friday night. We're recording this on Sunday, so I'm very hot off the press. Let's get into our thoughts. Let me get a timer ready for not 16 minutes, 2 minutes. Where's 2 minutes? 2 minutes. Stephen, we'll go with you first. 2 minutes. What did you think of Scary Movie 6?
Okay, so I am a huge fan of the Scary Movie franchise. I've spoke about it before. I've seen all 5 of the films. I think Scary Movie is very, very average at best. That's not to say that I didn't find it funny, because I did laugh at a number of the jokes. There's one joke in particular that I literally laughed out loud. And I still think it's one of the funniest things I've seen in the cinema for a long, long time, that individual scene. Obviously, I love the whole sort of references to all the horror movies that we've seen. I also love the nostalgia, because I love the first 2 Scary Movies, and seeing everybody back on screen, like, that warmed my heart. I went with both my sisters and we watched the first 2 Scary Movies when we were kids. We probably shouldn't be watching it, but we did. So I took both of them to the screening, and that was really nice seeing it on screen. It made me feel very, very old, because I remember how young I was when I saw the first Scary Movie. My issue with it is that it did have some individual really funny moments, but what made the first Scary Movie so incredible, that not only was it a parody, but it had a real good plot. I mean, like, the twist at the end of the first Scary Movie, I still think is one of the greatest twists out there, in terms of, like, you know, the fact that it came together nicely, also being a social satire. This just felt like one set joke after another set joke. Now, I know the counter argument to that is that it's a parody movie. We're not here for story. We're here just for loads of jokes and loads of references. But that is not what the Waynes have done. I hold the Waynes in, like, the highest of esteems in terms of parody movies. So I expect better. I expect not just a satire, but a story. And by, like, the third act, it just became so silly that I just expect a little bit better. And what I think is that they went and just said, let's just do a new Scary Movie. Let's see how well it will do. Let's bring the nostalgia aspect into it. Where I think they could have written a bit more of a clever script. So that, to me, is why I think that it's average. It's middle of the road. I just would have liked a bit more from a story perspective. But generally, I found it funny, and it went in, went out, and was an enjoyable time.
And what score out of 10?
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
Which is, on our scale, isn't that like, it's just average?
5 out of 10 is okay.
Yeah, it is. It's literally okay. I would say, I was thinking about, like, the rankings of where I put all of the Scary Movies. I think 1 is my favourite. Then it's 3. I was going to say 2, but I love 4 just because the whole War of the Worlds parody I think is fucking genius. So I'll probably go 4, 2. The worst one is 5. 5 was, I don't know if either of you have seen Scary Movie 5.
That's the only one I haven't seen.
But that is the one. Well, don't watch it. It is the worst, one of the worst parody films I've ever seen. This is like the second worst, in terms of the fact that I just want it a bit more. But I found it funny, so I'm not saying that I didn't find it funny, because I laughed pretty much all the way throughout. And I can't wait till we get to spoilers to talk about the moment where I really laughed, to see if you guys.
I hope it's the same
one. I feel like you know. I feel like you know what I'm on about. Hopefully.
Okay, Andy, over to you.
Yes.
What did you think of Scary Movie 6?
So my little bit of background, my experience with scary movie films is I've seen number one and two on repeat. Number three and number four, I don't really remember too much because I think I've just watched them once. So going off sort of one and two, which is obviously the films that they helped write anyway. Um, I thought Scary Movie Six set out to do what it was meant to do, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really funny. I thought because I'd watched every single horror film that they'd referred to in the film a reference and took the piss out of. I thought that I connected to it a lot better than I had with sort of Scary Movie 1 and 2, even though I really enjoyed both of those. At the time, I hadn't actually seen most of the stuff that they sort of made take took the piss out of in those films. So watching this one and actually understanding the references and the jokes that they were making, I thought was brilliant. Um, all the horror films that they referenced as well were all sort of good horror films. So the way that in which they took the piss out of those films, I thought was really good. I do understand Stephen's point about the sort of the plot line and the story. However, I do think in some ways it did connect and work a little bit in terms of I can't remember her name now, but what's the black lady's name in the film?
Brenda.
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 So obviously her betrayal of Mom from the film Mom, where she's like obviously giving kids, she obviously gives them her cellar to go down and party with drinks and stuff. I thought her betrayal of that character and taking the piss out of that
Yeah.
throughout the whole film was on point. Obviously Ghostface turning up. Obviously we get references to the Scream 6 movie and stuff.
Yeah.
Sinners, all the other sort of jokes they made in the film, I thought was great. And I did feel like Scary Movie 6 was just, for me anyway, I was just laughing and laughing and laughing one point after the other. So I thought they actually done it really well. And I don't think the story has to be super crazy for it to be a good scary movie film. Yeah, so for me, I thought it was better than average. I gave it a 3.5 on Letterboxd. Going to give it a 7 out of 10 overall on here.
Being good on our scale, you call it a good film.
Yeah. They could have made improvements, but overall, I thought it was a funny film and one of the better scary movie films.
No, I think that's fair. I think because I agree pretty much all those points. And as I said, there will be some people that will go in and won't care about the plot aspect. And there'll be other people that won't remember how cleverly written the first two Scary movies are. So I know that may be more of myself, but I can't then like overlook that just because of my expectation. I feel like Welch is either going to say he really enjoyed it or he's going to rip this movie apart. Don't quite know which one I'm going to get from him.
Okay. What do I think of Scary Movie 6? I think Scary Movie 6 is a decent movie. I think it, at parts, is hilarious. I genuinely think there's one scene in this film which might be the funniest scene in any scary movie that I have seen. I laughed so hard. The guy behind me could not control his laughter at this scene. And that, that makes it even funnier as well. But like the last few days, I thought about the scene and I just giggled to myself. I was like, that is just genius. I will say, I think half the jokes didn't land, but half the jokes did. So I can't really complain too much about that. Not every joke's going to hit me. But I thought it was very funny. I thought it was a good film. I agree with the plot, but I liked Scary Movie 2's plot, but I wouldn't give it like Oscars or something. I think it's decent. I just think I went here to have a laugh, have a good time, and I come out thinking, yeah, I laughed enough. Like I didn't laugh excessively. It's not. This is no Hangover, but I laughed enough, and I still think by a long shot, this is a genuinely, non-ironically, a better Scream film than Scream 7. And that's even if you take out the jokes. The ending to this film, all the twists and turns at the ending, make a mockery of the shit ending that Scream 7 had.
Yeah,
So
that is true.
I just think it did a decent enough job with the story to make me be like, oh, okay, this whole time you've been saying it's definitely this guy who's the killer, and you still find a way to make a twist out of it. I thought it was quite clever. But no, I found it funny. I thought it was a decent film. I would recommend this to people that like scary movie films. I think it's still a certain type of comedy. Like you have to sit there and think, just accept that this is just silly comedy. I do have one major complaint as my time is 10 seconds from running out, is I think they didn't do Smile good enough. I think that was probably the weakest horror parody moment of the whole thing. I think my favorite by far was Sinners in multiple occasions.
Yes.
I think they did Substance well, and I've not even seen the Substance, and I thought they did it well.
The Substance was hilarious.
And Longlegs, and it was very short, but very good.
The only thing that I was upset about, because Chris Elliott's character as like the one-handed guy, right? I find him so funny.
Yes.
But I wanted more. We only
so
got
did I,
two
yes.
scenes of him.
Yeah.
I really wanted more. I was a bit disappointed with that because, like, I remember that dinner sequence in Scary Movie 2.
That's
starts,
one of the
like,
funniest things of all time. Yes.
Well, he's done with the turkey, and it's like when they start eating the bread, he's like, I made them by hand, and they just spit the bread out. I was wanting more than that. So I feel like because he's such a comedic actor as well, he's also in Scary Movie 4. And one also bit that when you mentioned it towards the end, the fact that they then kind of took the piss out of Scary Movie 3 and 4 in terms of the whole way and like thing. I thought that was quite clever. I also thought about Addy at one point, which we'll go into his spoilers, where he's probably really glad that a certain character didn't pop up and they made a joke about it, which I feel like if you remember.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I bet Addy was sitting there cinema
thinking, I bet you were sitting there cinema screen going, yes, thank fuck he's not coming and popping onto the screen.
I'm so lost right now.
We'll
think about who do you think is really, really overrated as a comedic actor? Who's famous for being in Scary Movie 3 and 4?
We'll move
Are
on.
You sure you got the right person?
I don't know.
Let's go into the spoilers.
The spoilers bit, but
we'll leave it in spoilers. But yeah, we'll pick that up again.
What did you think before we do move on of the new cast, like the young ones? Like,
what? Sorry, what's your score?
I don't know. Give it a score. Sorry, I would give it a 6.
In between.
6
we're pretty much in line. 5, 6, 7. I'd say that is.
Go on, do the rest.
No. Yeah.
I'm
not doing the rest. But yeah, I'd say that's probably fair. I'm glad that we all found it like funny, because the worst thing going into it, imagine we watched it and there'd be no laughs at all.
Yeah, I was hoping. Obviously, you go in hoping to laugh throughout. I didn't, as I said, half the jokes didn't land, but I've come out with 1 or 2 moments which I will remember forever.
Yes,
which I have more of those in number 2 and 3 and 1, but 2 and 3 are my favorites. Probably because they were just my time, like the right time for me, and the ones I watch the most.
3, I will quote 3 on a daily basis.
Oh,
and
Cindy the TV's Leaking is my all-time favorite.
Yeah, I don't remember, or like Sue, your teacher Miss Brenda, shit. But like that's the other thing. When I think about it, there wasn't any sort of. There's a couple of quotes that are, but it wasn't to the level of memorable ones of like the earlier ones. I'd like.
We've only watched it once so far. Like,
I need to rewatch it again.
Yeah,
like,
true. You didn't get all the quotes from the first film straight away. Like you don't pick up quotes until you watch it multiple times, really, unless there's a TikTok video that goes viral, and then sort of.
No, that is a very fair point. I also want to add a completely unrelated point. So I went with both my sisters, and we got to the screen like really, really early. We're about 20 minutes before the advert started, and then when the trailers kicked off, every trailer was a horror trailer. Now, obviously, I was loving it, but my sisters, my oldest sister's not too bothered about it because she sees on TikTok and shares it with me. My youngest sister hates horror, so she was eating her sub and literally. I think she saw the trailer for Insidious, and as soon as the bit where the teeth came down, she had her eyes shut. Then it had Ice Cream Man. Oh yeah, we had the Insidious trailer. Ours. We had Evil Dead Burn. We had Ice Cream Man.
Didn't see that.
And then we had like a comedy movie coming like later this year. And I was like, wow, that's a bit of a sea change. But literally all the horror movies coming out, and they were like, why are they showing this in a scary movie screen? Well, they're parodying horror, so that makes sense. That's horror at the beginning.
This is one of the. I like going to cinema and seeing the adverts because I normally come away thinking that looks good. I think it's one of those times I come away thinking there's nothing there. I didn't think Evil Dead Burn looks like my kind of thing at all. I saw something floating in the background. I was like, that doesn't look good to me.
I'm well excited for Evil Dead Burn.
I didn't see the ice cream one or the other one you said, so I can't comment on those ones. They did show Jackass though, and I was like, that might be good.
That does. I did want to go, even though I haven't seen any of the previous ones. I looked at that trailer and I was just like, it's the last one I made. Well, I've seen like the earlier ones, but I've not seen any in the cinema, and I've not kept up with the most recent Jackass films. But I feel like because this is the last one they're doing, I'm like, we should go to watch that. That looks funny.
When on the trailer, so we will go back to Scary Movie, but the trailer, they had the robot, and I was like, oh no, like come on, why? But then
Yeah.
it was quite funny. I was like, oh shit.
Fucking hits him in the nuts, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the slingshot in the Portaloo. I was like, that's going to be fucking mental.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
back to
mental.
the Scary Movie. What did you think of the new cast? Like obviously they made jokes that these were the new ones to come in and like be the new face of the show. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what did you think of them? Do you think they did okay? Do you think they'd be, well, without spoiling anything, was you happy with them? Were they funny enough?
Yeah, to me,
Yeah.
they're funny enough. And I like the way they took the piss out of Scream 6 as well, obviously with the with like Jenna Taylor's character.
The train scene. Oh, sorry, you mean
No, like
yeah.
I think it was
The
in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously those two got cut from or left, whatever way it went, and then they took the piss out of that as well. So I feel like they took the piss out of a lot of like relevant stuff that's been in the news recently.
Yeah.
I also love the fact that they took the shot-for-shot opening of Scream 6 as the opening for Scary Movie 6 when she's on the date, because that's literally how Scream 6 plays out in New York City. And they had a cameo of Carrie Letcher, who was in the original Scary Movie, like behind the bar. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh,
so, you know,
she said, didn't she?
Movie,
she said,
yeah.
I'm the opening, and she was like, I've been there, done that, or something like that.
Yeah. So I love little things like that, and also the hospital sequence, which I found incredibly funny, which basically takes piss out of Scream 5, Jenna Ortega's character, and I thought she played that really well, because like those slapstick moments in the Scary Movie franchise are just so fucking funny.
The fact that they took the piss out of Jenna Ortega by calling her character obviously Wednesday, Tuesday in this as well, I thought was genius.
But you say that, right? Because they kept saying her name Tuesday throughout the film, to the point that I forgot her real name is Wednesday. And then they make the joke at the end where they call her Wednesday and they go, "Oh, sorry, we can't say that because of like legal reasons." I was like, "Oh yeah, it's not Wednesday, it's not Tuesday."
It's not Tuesday. Her name is Wednesday Addams. Yeah, that was really funny.
It took me to the end of the film to realize. Like, I got it at first because they kept saying Tuesday. I was like, "I know Tuesday. It's actually blah, blah, blah. Jenna Ortega."
when I saw that in the trailer, I just was under going. I was like, "Hello, Tuesday." I was like, "That is absolutely fucking genius."
Yeah.
But yeah, they did well.
I thought they were okay. I mean, think back to the funniest parts of the film, and it probably wasn't with them. Actually, no, it was with them. It was with one of them. We need to go into spoilers because there's not much to say about this film other than talking about specific jokes. I don't think
exactly.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone listening here is thinking, "Oh, what's the story like, and what's this like, what's that like?"
Yeah.
Hopefully, from what you could tell from our reviews, we all found it funny in places. We all found it decent enough to watch, and yeah, I mean, obviously Stephen liked it the least, but if you said you'd rank it second last on Scary Movies,
yeah.
Andy, from the ones you've seen, I've not seen 5.
Just put 5 at the bottom. It's that bad.
Yeah.
I can do that for you. Nothing will be worse than Scary Movie 5.
I think I would put it third, but then I feel obviously I don't really remember. So it'd be Scream 1, Scream 2, Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 2, Scary Movie 6.
Oh wow, okay.
Hang on, I want to just pick you up on this, right? How many times have you watched Scary Movie 3? Did you only see it once?
Pretty sure, yeah. That's what I said.
Mate, you need to rewatch that. That is
classic.
There is so much stuff in that film that is incredible.
My experience with Scary Movie 4 as well isn't great because I remember when I watched that, obviously we was kids, and we picked that up from a guy that used to sell like dodgy DVDs at the boot fair. So like the quality of it was like someone obviously like filming in the cinema. So I do need to revisit those.
They're all on Prime now, which is ironic because I always do that. So you can watch all 5 on Amazon Prime. I recommend 3 and 4, particularly as like you've seen a lot more of the horror movies that they take the piss out of now.
Yeah, that's true.
So I can't recommend that enough because I think you would I'd certainly put 3 and 4 above this. But then you made a really good point earlier. I've only seen this once.
Yeah.
So, and I've seen the others like upwards of maybe 20. I've probably seen the first Scary Movie like 30 times. So it is a bit unfair at the moment it is, but it might be one that more I watch, the more I go.
Appreciate the jokes.
Yeah.
I would probably put this 4th. I think the only ones I'd put below it are 4 and 5. And I don't hate 4. I just don't look back on it as fondly as I do the others. And again, maybe if I watch them all again, I'll change my mind. But I'd go something like 2, 3, 1, this. Then 4, then 5.
Yeah. I never really rated 2 as much as a kid.
So
That's when
good.
as I've got older,
Yeah,
like honestly, it is
it's so good.
hilarious. And when I say hilarious, it's like there's some jokes that I just, as a kid, completely went over my head. Like
Yeah.
we mentioned the one before about like the inappropriate child jokes, all that, and then I'm like thinking, like, that's too funny.
I
It's
just
just
little
really think
things
over
in that one, like when the invisible ghost guy goes to take the girl's clothes off, and she's got the knickers on, and it says like Tuesday. He looks at the calendar, and it's like Friday. He's like, huh?
It's funny.
Let's go on to spoilers then, so we can talk about the funny jokes. If you don't want the joke, and even though spoilers aren't bad for these films, in terms of story wise, the jokes are. You don't want to be spoiled for these jokes, because when you go to watch it, you might not find it as funny because you've had an inkling or heard it badly told by us, because we're not going to tell them great. So if you don't want to have this joke spoiled for you, then please do skip ahead 15 minutes or so, and then we'll be talking about what we've been watching. We won't spend long on this because there's only a certain amount of jokes people really want to talk about. And then, but if you don't care or have seen the film, then obviously stick around and listen. So, final warning: spoilers now. So, how many jokes did you laugh out loud at? Because mine was majorly, like, as in, like, couldn't stop myself. One major one.
I had.
What's your major one? I didn't count.
It's a Sinners moment. It's one of the Sinners moments. So I consider there to be 3 Sinners moments, and I found them all hilarious.
Yeah.
But one more than others. Was that the same as you too? I don't think it was this. Yours isn't Sinners, is it, Steve?
No, mine wasn't Sinners.
Wow.
So the bit that I laughed out loud, and I couldn't stop laughing to the point where I had to kind of like try and keep it. I was drinking a cocktail, and I nearly literally, that could have gone easy everywhere, was the Final Destination theme park.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah, mate. I thought that was absolutely.
It was funny. It was funny.
Yeah,
no,
it was funny.
There was just something about it. I don't know. It just really tickled me.
I just saw it coming a mile away.
Wait. Which bit do you mean though? The bit when it's all in the background, or the bit when they go to her house?
The whole scene at the very beginning, which they're taking the piss out of Scream 5, when Richie, I can't remember her name in the actual film, they're talking outside this bowling place, but behind it is the Final Destination theme park.
Yeah.
And it's just like the roller coaster that goes up into the sky and just completely falls down. And then like even the sign of like saying the place where you will definitely fucking die. Like even the tech, and then like the Ferris wheel that went up in the air, because the best scene jokes for me in all the scary movies is when 2 people are talking really seriously and like really batshit funny stuff is happening behind. So that really tickled me, and just because I've always wanted the idea of like, imagine going to like a Final Destination theme park, you would end up dying. So the fact that they took the piss out of that, I just found it as a slapstick moment absolutely hilarious. One of the Sinners moments, I can't remember exactly which one, but I did laugh aloud. Also, the Get Out moment, I pissed myself laughing all the way through.
Okay, I need to make a complaint about this film.
That was funny.
I did not like the K-pop Demon Hunters bit though.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious.
No,
I thought
I
it
didn't
was
want the singing.
fucking
I
funny.
didn't want the singing. Like I was like, let's move on now. Like let's get away from this. Like I don't like it.
Oh no, I love the whole sort of the Get Out moment with Ghostface, and also the other bits that I found incredibly funny was when Ghostface either started to like break out into dancing or like started to get hurt. Because I just found that so funny. And then that hospital moment in the bed when with Wednesday, like when she's a life support, I think
through to the roof,
when it goes up and down. So I think for me, I found the funniest moments, the slapstick moments. There were obviously jokes that I did laugh a lot at, but those really got me.
I found a bit with the I can't remember what his name is, but he's one of the actors from White Chicks as well. I think he plays a cop in this, but he gets his like woody chopped off or whatever. Then he like shit.
Also,
yes,
that is also brilliant because he plays Buffy's boyfriend in the original Scary Movie, and there's a scene where he's in the locker, and then it says, "I know it did last summer," but it shows like his tiny penis, and then he goes, "Oh, like they're all fighting." I go, "Ray, you're a dead man." It's like somebody knows, and he goes, "What? Barbie's got a baby dick too." So the fact that they then took the piss out of that this time around, I did find really funny. And that's why I love nostalgia.
Yeah.
Because that was a big thing in the first Scary Movie. He was also the cop in White Chicks as well, as you correctly pointed out, Andy.
It was funny.
But, I found it really funny.
He's Ghostface calls him when he's driving.
Yeah.
He says, "What's your favorite horror movie?" And he goes, what's he say? I can't remember what he says, but he basically says that the films which talk about men having massive penises, he's like, it's just
Yeah.
completely out. It's just completely wrong. Like it does
Yeah.
injustice to the real genitalia. My funniest scene, and I will laugh about it forever. So it's one where it has payoff. So about 10 minutes before that, it's near the end, and they're all getting Marlon Wayne's getting high playing PlayStation,
Yeah.
and Brenda's son, I think it's Brenda's son, comes in and was like, I wanna eat a girl out.
Yeah.
I want to learn how to eat a girl
Yeah,
out. So he's
yeah.
teaching him,
You
and
know
he
about
teaches him like
bedroom
how to roll a joint.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
About
And
10
then
minutes
with the
later, he
tongue.
goes upstairs with this girl and starts doing it.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
funny, but then when they turned the camera to her and it
Yeah.
changed into a blunt, I
Yeah.
lost
Yeah, no,
it.
that was really funny.
Yeah,
That was the moment
that's
where
funny.
there was a couple of people in our screening where when it went to that visual, there was like a few people in the row ahead of us going like, "Ugh," and one woman went, "Oh no!" I don't think she realised what she was in for, but she's like, "Oh no!" And I was like, oh, "That was very, very funny." Because
I couldn't
kind
control
of,
myself. It was so funny.
Because he started
'cause it,
smoking it as well,
Then
didn't
he,
he?
then
He
he, no,
smoked
he,
lit.
then he went, let me
Yeah,
light
well,
it.
yeah.
yeah, no, that was very, very funny. Because again, I was waiting for a moment like that when you think about the original Scary Movie where like Bobby and Cindy are at it, and then it goes like exploded, and she goes up onto the roof, and like in the
Yes.
second Scary Movie with Buddy. So I was thinking, right, what's going to be like the gross out moment that is going to be like, and it was that. Still prefer the ones in 1 and 2. I mean, I know you said that you found it really funny.
So funny.
I mean, I laughed.
Because even though
yeah, that
he'd
was very
explained it, I just wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Did you also like the What's Up memorabilia in where you see like Shorty, you know, the signature bit?
The Kai Cenat bit was actually really funny.
Yeah, I thought that
Yeah.
was really
It was
funny.
really
Was
funny.
it, you were talking about Kevin Hart, was she, when you said
Yeah,
about the
Kevin
comedian?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
thought you were
They
like,
take
well
the hood
happy
off and
that
it's
he
Shaquille
didn't
O'Neal.
I can't- yeah,
Yeah.
The literal opposite
You know,
person of Kevin Hart.
yeah. That was
You know what's
funny,
even
yeah.
funnier with that is that when you think back to that opening sequence from Scary Movie 4, that's even funnier that it actually is Dr. Phil and Shaquille.
Yes, yeah.
Like when I was a kid, I didn't actually contemplate. I thought it was just really good impersonators. I was like, no, it actually
it's
was
them,
Shaquille and Dr. Phil that like decided to play that opening scene, and that scene just gets funnier and funnier when you realise that.
Yeah.
Also, the guy who did the whole "what happens if we start living over there and move over there," like the whole paradox arguments in 3 and 4 about, you know, if a mouse goes outside to become a rat, and if a rat goes in the house to become a mouse.
Yeah, the guy who's
And
he was there.
Yeah, and he was also in it as well.
Yeah.
And then
No,
I like that they said,
the best joke that he has with Kevin Hart is like, how do you wake up dead? He goes,
because you're alive when you go to sleep.
and when you wake up, you're dead.
I like it like Cindy just like, just tell me who can help. Yeah,
He's
brilliant.
good. He's good. He's good value. I like him.
He was also in Scream 4, which I found really, it threw my
Okay.
mind.
I
So
didn't know
the
that.
guy, he played one of the like detectives that gets stabbed in the head by Ghostface. And when I watched Scream 4, I was like, I can't get it out of my head that he should now be breaking into some kind of
Yeah.
comedic moment.
Yeah.
But those are the only 2 movies that I've seen him in. I've not seen him in anything else.
It is funny that they said like Kevin Hart literally said no. It's like, yeah, he said no.
Yeah, that's what I found even funny. It's like,
They don't-
Kevin
yeah,
Hart said
yeah.
no to that.
They don't give a shit. They would out you in that film.
No,
They'd be
no.
like, yeah, no.
Yeah, yeah.
You said no. We're going to
Yeah.
say that in the film.
Did you guys also hear that? Because there was only one main character that didn't come back, and that was Buffy's character. They had all of the main people from the first Scary Movie, and turns out that she wasn't actually offered. And then Marlon Wayans came out and said they had too many. But like, what you could have had
Couldn't
her.
have one
They
more.
had yeah, they had everybody else. Like, also, did
Yeah.
you guys find Doofy funny? I found Doofy well funny in the film.
Yeah, to a point. That kind of humor is less for me.
Yeah.
He was quite funny. Like the bit where the reporter was like, "Oh yeah, you give blowjobs." Like, no, it's just handjobs now. That was all good.
I like it when we got a reference of like girl swallows.
Yeah, mine. The other sinners moment. So they got the first sinners moment when he opens the church up and they're all singing, and he goes up and he
Yeah.
says, "I'm not gay now," but then starts doing all the
yeah,
gay
yeah,
stuff.
That was funny.
That was so funny.
Yeah, that was very, very funny.
And then the main, what you call the main sinners part, is when they knock on the door.
Yeah,
And they won't let him in.
That's been they're showing the trailer.
Yeah, the stuff they're saying there is so funny.
Yeah, I think I could really see, like, you know, do some half gay stuff, and then where he comes out and goes, "Why just half
Why
gay?"
just half gay?
But I think because I'd already seen that multiple times in the trailer, that I'd expected that joke.
I agree, but it's the way it's delivered is just perfect for me. And then it
is,
goes further than that, and it is
The thing
genuinely
is,
funny.
because also you love Sinners, Welchy. Like,
Yes.
so because you love that film,
But I do
like
love Smile.
those moments.
And
I
they just
know,
did not do
but
Smile very good.
yeah. Do you know what? I was
They only had
also
one scene with it, didn't they? Really, Smile.
Yeah, and it was not.
also
enough.
And that was
I
it.
want to see a bit more from Terrifier as well. I know that obviously we got a cameo with
That was
and
funny,
that was a
though.
very
That was
funny
funny.
scene. That was a very, very funny scene.
Yeah.
I think as well, I was saying to my sisters that I was laughing more and more only because I'd seen all of the horror movies that they were parodying. So like my sisters hadn't, they were just going with like the general sort of jokes. And you probably felt the same, Andy, when they were like going
Yeah.
down the route of like the Substance and then Scream, and then
Well,
particularly with
I think the main two they used were Final Destination with Cindy's whole character. Like, if you haven't seen Final Destination, her character probably just went straight over your head in terms of her being obviously the mum. That
you mean Halloween?
No,
Wait.
no, I mean Final Destination, the new Final Destination Bloodlines. Her character is, because obviously they go to her house where it's got all the obstacles up around it, and she's trying to survive Final Destination.
That's not. No, that's Halloween. That she takes piss out of Laurie Strode because Laurie, when she's
No, it's Final
gets-
Destination. It's
No,
literally
it's
the whole
Halloween.
thing.
No, it's Halloween. It's Halloween.
It's
You're talking about the
Final
house when she's got the
Destination
blonde
Bloodlines.
hair. No, it's Halloween.
It's Final Destination.
been
Like, Google it.
Okay, I'm gonna go right now. They take the piss out of
But-
Halloween. Are you talking
when-
about the scene
when
where
they
she
go
meets
to
Brenda for
her
the first
house.
time?
No, I'm not. She's got to the. It's when they go to. It's when the Sinners guy and one of the other one, his girlfriend in Scary Movie 6, they go to meet her mum, and her mum is the mum from Final Destination who's been hiding away for like 14 years because she doesn't want to die and set off the premonition thing. That's from Final Destination. I haven't even seen Halloween. Well, I have, but not the originals. You Google it now.
Yeah, I'm googling it because
What-
I thought you were talking
It's-
about the scene where they take the piss out of Halloween at the beginning of the film. Is it at the beginning or
It is near the
towards
beginning.
the end?
Yes. It's near the beginning.
Yeah, it's when they literally the whole scene looks identical.
But it
to
sounds
Bloodlines,
like
so-
both films have it, and it's probably just
No.
a coincidence.
So it
But
says, yes, Scary Movie 6 heavily parodies Final Destination Bloodlines. It explicitly spoofs the roller coaster and amusement park disaster sequences, mocking the franchise's signature Rube Goldberg style accent character fate. The scene you're talking about, Andy, is 100% from the
I'll
original
show you
Halloween.
afterwards. After this episode, I'll show you. Okay?
Yeah.
'Cause I've seen Bloodlines twice, so
The
I know
whole,
exactly
I
what's in
know,
it.
I know what you'll bet. The whole in Halloween, because have you seen the 2018 Halloween, Welchy?
Have I seen-
The 2018 Halloween
Yes,
film.
yeah.
Right. So you know the fact that Laurie has been waiting 40 years. She in her house, she's got loads of booby traps and also locks heavily doors. So when the two characters from Sinners knock on the door,
She opens all those locks.
that is taking the piss out of Halloween because the interior
That's-
is literally the interior house of Halloween.
I don't
It
know.
might
That
look
looks,
similar to Final Destination. It is 100%.
That's-
You can't. I'm a horror expert.
No,
I
that's-
know the fuck I'm talking about here. It is
that's from
100%.
Bloodlines. If you remember Bloodlines, though, when the mum she doesn't know her mum at the start of the film, or she does, but she's not part of the family, is she? And where do they go to meet her? And especially
know,
because it's a new film that came out last year, they're more likely to take the piss out of Final Destination, as they did at the start. I'd say that's more from Bloodlines than it is Halloween.
I can't believe we haven't
So we also
over
shown-
fucking Scary Movie 6.
Hang on. We also
It just
showed
makes more
Anna Faris
sense.
who has portrayed Laurie Strode from Halloween, and the house itself at the top is a reference to Final Destination Bloodlines.
Thank you. It's literally identical to the film. Now we watched it twice last year. Like, it looks identical to it. Even the part when all of that part is
They're
Bloodlines.
amazingly taking the piss out of Halloween, but anyway.
But no, you just literally read it out. So
Speaking of
subtle
films from last year, the weapons bit was also very good.
yes,
Where
Yes,
they
weapons,
gave
yeah,
them,
yeah.
they,
and the way they
took all
explained
the,
why
they took all
they're
the
doing
drugs.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
But then they also had like another weapons moment where the man. Oh no, that was a Get Out moment. It was a Get Out moment. You know, in Get Out where you've both seen Get Out.
Yeah,
And he
yeah,
runs at him and he like, runs
runs
another
at
way.
speed. Yeah,
Then the
yeah.
other guy chases him like.
yeah.
I can't go.
Yeah, I
I'm
found
rubbish
that-
at
I found that
remembering
very
what people say.
No, that bit's really funny because obviously in Get Out he's just running away, isn't he? But then you've obviously got the Wayans brother, the ones obviously that's gay in the film, chasing after him. Yeah, that is classic.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's just like an nostalgic moment of "Don't let Uncle Ray catch you," which is a signature
That's it,
nostalgic
yeah.
moment that he says
Yeah.
in the first like two scary movies.
I'm trying to think of other references from other horrors. I mean, we was told that Stranger Things would be in this, which I was a bit disappointed it wasn't.
Yeah, there was no Strange Things
The only
reference.
thing there was the Candyman had a packet. I don't know if you saw
Oh
that.
yeah.
One of the packets
Yeah.
was Stranger Things related.
Uh,
But
All right.
I was hoping to see Vecna, and I'm wondering if we're going to get obviously the
That's-
uncut version at some point or deleted scenes,
Yeah.
and we'll have like a Vecna moment, because I feel like Vecna would have been a good one to take the piss
Yeah.
out of, like, quite easily.
yeah.
There was no Pennywise, which I thought we might have got.
no, there's
No.
on the train you see
You
Pennywise.
see him,
they
but
have
like they could have took
Oh,
piss
you
out of
see
there's
him.
no
Yeah.
actual like
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I like that bit that you get Pennywise, Freddy, Jason,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's a subtle sort of just acknowledging those movies that have recently been out. But
There
I agree
was-
with you, it would have been nice to see.
There's a really
A
funny
bit more than
moment
it.
when the daughter runs away and Cindy shouts out, "It follows." And then she went, "You're probably expecting us to show a little clip of It Follows now, but we're not going to do that because no one saw it." So saw it out of that. That's funny.
Yeah, I think there also
Yeah.
that's a double joke because when It Follows came out, it wasn't massively successful.
Yeah,
But
they said
as
it's too
over time,
niche.
that's become a real cult following. So I feel like there was like a double joke there saying like that's gonna
Yeah.
piss off the people who really love It Follows, who
Yeah.
wanted to see something of that in there. So I thought that was quite a
There was another
clever
film where
moment.
they said no one saw it. I can't remember what film they was talking about. There was reference in a film and they said, but no one saw that one. Ah, what was it?
Oh, I know. Yeah,
It wasn't one of the Scream movies, was it? Oh.
No, it was like a film. It's
No.
like I don't know if it's taking piss out of an actor or actress. Oh man. And I was sitting there thinking, I'm pretty sure it was actually quite well received. But I can't remember what it was. Obviously the substance.
could be an
We talk about
ironic
the
joke.
substance moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was funny anyway, like the music in the background, it was all good. But the fact that he stood up and it was white chicks, I was like, oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God, what a
So
moment.
That was funny. Yeah.
I was a little bit upset, nothing to do with the film, that I saw a snapshot of that on X.
Oh,
It was
did you?
unavoidable.
you?
So
Oh,
I
I
knew that was coming. I did think, however, maybe it'd be a cameo at the end of the movie because I knew there was
Like-
2 post-credit scenes at the end.
Oh, I didn't see the
So
post credits.
I was-
I just left.
Oh yeah,
one of them was
they-
Long Legs. Yeah.
yeah, one of them was on legs
Oh.
at the very end.
Mhm.
And the other one, I don't think the second one, like it was like a 10-second. I can't actually remember what that was, to be fair. But I was thinking that's going to come at the end. So when that hit at the substance moment, I was like, because that's not only taking the piss out of the substance, but that's also like everyone in my screening went like, oh, I don't know if in your screenings if people reacted when
so.
that guy was going, yeah.
Everyone wants white chicks too, so it's like a perfect way to like chuck a little bit of white chicks in there,
But then,
get people a little bit happy for it.
Ghostface literally said like "fuck white chicks too" or something. I was like, "Oh no,
Yeah,
don't say that."
Yeah. That will be coming for sure.
I really hope so. I mean, just seeing the character again, I was like, "Oh, we need more of this." Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe we only got one
Yeah.
film with this.
Surprised they didn't get Terry Crews in this. That would pretty could have popped up at some point.
Was
No,
there?
he's not been in any of the others. Oh, I was about
Just
to
because
say
he's
he's
a
not
white
been,
chick.
no, but he's not been in a Scary Movie. That's a lie. He was in Scary Movie 5 actually. So yeah, they could have done a reference to him because he's connected to the franchise.
Was there any other horror movies that you think they missed out on, like they didn't show, that they should have? I couldn't think
There's
of
a
any
lot
top of
in
my
there.
head. I mean, obviously, we're not going to get
No.
stuff like Obsession. That's just come out. I'm thinking more, what happened last year? I mean,
I think they got the main ones from last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
they had a
The
lot
main
of
big
stuff.
three,
There was
I'd
even,
say.
there's
Did
even they
you-
also had a joke on something. I was like, that's very recent. Maybe it was a
Did you
Substance.
guys Did you like the Michael moment
It was okay.
where they took the piss out? Of, like,
Yeah, it's right.
It was
yeah.
okay. It was.
I laughed. I thought it was funny.
They did Michael Jackson better in Scary Movie 3.
And 4, to be fair, because they take it. Do you remember the bit in Scary Movie 4 where
can't
they
remember
run
in
towards the
4.
tripod and he's like, "Little girl, I'll keep you safe, right, kids?" And then the tripod like keeps affecting him, so then his face changes. So he then goes to like from white to black,
Yeah.
and then he's like, and then like gets hit. And for some reason, both Scary Movie 3 and 4 they end with just his nose on the floor.
Yeah.
So I found that really, really funny. But the best one is Scary Movie 3 of like, "Where's my daughter? Are you
Yeah.
mad? I am your daughter." It's like, no, you're not.
I'm surprised they could have done something with Good Boy. That could have been quite good if they would have found a way to get the dog involved.
No
from
one
Good Boy.
saw that though. So.
Sinister, but would they have done that in maybe another film? Did they do that in Scary Movie 5 maybe? 'Cause it's around that time.
Yeah, so Scary Movie 5, they took the piss out of things like Evil Dead, Paranormal Activity,
Yeah.
Insidious, probably Sinister as well.
We didn't get
there's
Together.
only-
Together would have been a good one.
Oh
take the
yeah,
piss out
That
of.
would be a good one. Yeah.
Obviously
The Nun.
the-
Nothing on the Nun.
No. What about
No.
28 Years Later as well?
I
Could've done
thought
something
that.
with,
I thought that when I was sat down, I
Jimmy's
was
Yeah.
thinking, are we going to get some 20
Yeah,
years later
good
stuff?
point.
Because you could have
Yeah.
easily done something with the massive guy, with the massive knob.
Yeah,
'Cause
Yeah.
or
put
the
him-
Jimmy's.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, or the Jimmys. Yeah, either way.
Yeah.
But the guy with
Yeah.
the massive knob, you could have put next to the guy with the tiny knob, and
Yeah.
like, made
The
something
gun
out of
police
that.
officer
Like,
with the small knob.
Take it
Yeah.
up,
I would also.
Bring Her Back
I
wasn't
remember.
done.
No, I
Talk to
remember
Me.
just going back. Yeah, Talk to Me would have been a good one because that was really popular. In Scary Movie 5, there's only one bit because it is a terrible movie, but there is one bit that I did find really funny because they took the piss out of Inception. So they had a Leonardo DiCaprio lookalike, and he comes in to like cleanse the house. And I did remember thinking that literally sounds like Leonardo DiCaprio because he like says, "This thing goes in your mouth and this one goes in the rectum," and then that character puts in, he goes, "Oh, hang on, now I've got them the wrong way around. That one goes in your mouth and this one goes in your rectum." And I was just like, okay, that was the only bit in that movie that made me laugh. And also like there's another bit where they, because you're like this, Welchy, because they take the piss out of Paranormal Activity, and it's got Lindsay Lohan and Charlie Sheen like banging, and then obviously they get like caught by the entity, and it pops up like Charlie's body, Lindsay's body was discovered by police 3 days later. Charlie Sheen's body kept partying for the next 4 days. I was like, one of the funniest moments is in text form. It's when you know you've got a shit movie on your hand.
They also mentioned Charlie Sheen in this one as well.
Yeah.
Looking back, I think they got most of the stuff. I would have liked to see Talk to Me in this actually.
I think they've done well with the films that they chose because the fact that
Yeah.
I've only just watching horrors last sort of few years,
Yeah.
but then even all the ones that didn't come out the last years that I've gone back to rewatch, like Candyman, that was an old film. Obviously, Get Out and Us, like they're not Us. Did they do Us?
No, they didn't do Us.
Like,
Just Get Out.
Just Get Out. Like those sort of films, older ones. Like I went back and watched them after like last few years after getting into horror. So
Yeah, I
think they've done well with their selection.
I just thought they're a little bit let down by Smile. I just thought that's one of the bigger horror movies of the last.
Yeah,
2
I
years.
agree.
I think I did see something about Smile 2 being cut from it with the scene with all them they're not mannequins but all the people like when
On the walls and
she's
stuff.
turning around.
Yeah.
They're all getting closer and closer to her. I think I did see a
Yeah.
cut scene off that, so potentially that's another one that might be in a
Deleted
It
scene.
might be
Fun
like
part.
in the deleted scenes. Yeah.
or that might have just been someone that made it. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Who wanted it to be in their sort of film, but
Any final moments before we move on, guys?
I think
No,
we
yeah.
covered them.
yeah, I think all the jokes were for me quite funny, and even outside of like the horror jokes, all the jokes with stuff that's relevant in today's like world or with like what's going on, I thought was quite funny as well.
Mhm.
Obviously, people probably find those offensive, but yeah, for anyone
Fair
that
though,
likes scary movie films will find them funny.
Yeah.
My sister said like she didn't get on with the film, but she actually wanted it to be more offensive. But I don't know if that's just because we've seen because like the tagline for the movie is "Every line will be crossed," and obviously it did have jokes that to a certain specific members of like society they would find it really offensive. But I could kind of see her point in saying that there wasn't anything there that I went, "Whoa, that's like crossing the line."
No.
But
is that because we
but
find
maybe-
them as jokes? Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
there are
Yeah.
that's
people
what
who
I also
find
thought.
these
Like
things and think they're not. They won't see the
It-
funny side. Like a lot
it's
of people
because
don't
of the
find things funny.
it's poking fun at the things that if you poke fun in today's society, you get absolutely ripped apart from. So we don't necessarily find those things shocking, but imagine people like I can imagine someone who would be easily offended if they went to watch that would walk out of that film.
If you're easily
Pretty
offended,
early on
yes.
as well.
But I think
Yeah.
You also know what you're getting though when going to, aren't you? Like
Yeah.
if someone
It's like
who's
a
easily
comedian.
offended has
Watch
gone
it.
to watch Scary Movie 6, I would say that's your own fault.
Yeah.
Like you've
Yeah,
you're-
paid
it's
money
like
to see
going-
this.
It's like if you book tickets to like a Ricky Gervais or a Jimmy Carr, like
Yeah.
you wouldn't book tickets
Yeah.
unless you knew the kind of comedy that they do. So like yeah, if you get offended by that, then you've only got yourself to blame.
I completely agree. Okay, well, there you go. That is our Scary Movie 6 review. Let us know what you thought of the film in the comments or on Discord or any of our social medias. For now, we're going to take a very quick...
Do we have anyone?
No, not on this
Right
one. With anyone to have seen it. But for now, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we will play a little game and then talk about what we've been watching. Welcome back to the Late Night Movie Podcast. We have just reviewed Scary Movie 6. Now we're going to play a quick game before we move on to what we've been watching, almost said playing. So, Today, guys, a little surprise for you.
What is the game?
We are
Oh, new game
playing
then.
emoji movies.
Oh, okay.
Hey! Oh, Andy
That's nice
destroyed
setup.
me last time.
So,
I don't know. I'm a bit tired tonight, so you might win on this one.
you know the format. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 6, 6.
Okay.
6, 7.
6, 6, 7.
Sorry.
Sorry, going back to Scary Movie 6. I saw some people in the Letterboxd review saying it's the first ever successful 6-7 joke in a movie. And when it happened, I was like, that wasn't funny. Like, the weapons, it's in the
I can't
weapons
even
bit.
remember it.
It's in the weapons
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And one of the kids says it. I'm like, all right, but I didn't really
Right.
find that as a
He
funny
just said
joke,
it.
but fine.
I
Yeah.
just laugh when
I
I
was
hear
still
that.
just laughing at the kids being high, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we didn't see the lady from that. You know, all the posters. She's all on all the Scary
Oh,
Movie
the
posters.
Gladys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's
sorry.
really good, actually.
For
Yeah.
anyone that skipped the spoilers, you're just getting spoiled now. Yeah, you know the premise. For anyone who's new, we've got 6 slides of emojis. Each slide references a film. Andy and Stephen have to guess what film I am trying to talk about. Are you guys
Okay.
ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, emojis 1. Stephen,
Black phone.
black phone is correct.
I was thinking that because then, yeah, I was off on that one.
Very
I
good.
should have that.
I was hoping the emoji of the phone would just be black.
Yeah, that's what I was.
But I couldn't
Because
find
the phone
one.
wasn't black, but I was slow to that one. That's what I was thinking in my head, but
1-0, Stephen. Number 2. This one's a little bit tougher.
Oh.
Audio listeners, I would obviously recommend watching these moments, but there is 2 emojis on the screen. I cannot describe them because it might give hints as to what they are to these 2.
I mean, I'm
Go on, Stephen.
Dr. Dolittle?
That is incorrect.
Oh.
I can't say too much. I like the guess. I like the guess.
I know one, but
The second
one, I have no
emoji is a
idea.
little bit. When you hear it, you'll be like, "Oh, okay," but it's a little bit odd.
Are these all movies?
These are all movies.
Okay, I don't think it is this, but as a guess, Doctor Strange.
That is correct.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because the emoji is
He's playing like he's making a
acting
strange face. Yeah.
Yeah, good. No,
It's
no,
the best I
good
could
point.
do. Okay.
Yeah, no. I was
I'll
thinking
take
like
it.
I couldn't think of it being strange. I thought like Doolittle the way that I don't actually know how
If
I
he
got
had-
Doolittle from that emoji. To be fair.
He would have needed to have animals in there, surely.
Yeah, that would have been the thing.
Yeah.
Animals. Yeah.
No, fair play, Andy. I should have thought of that.
1-1. Emojis number 3. I'm pretty happy with this one. I'm pretty proud of this one. Andy.
Oh,
you don't have to. Go on.
Oh, fuck. Final Destination.
That is incorrect. You're way off.
Yeah.
Did you get that from?
There's some thought process in my head with the clock and time and stuff, and yeah,
Okay.
maybe it should have been a broken heart. Actually, yeah, I was.
Oh, this is going to be one that is going to annoy me.
I'm proud of this one. Obviously, play along at home. Write in and comment in if you got them. How quick it take you to get them even.
I'm still not figuring this one out.
Say what you see. That's what I always say. Say what you see. Like catchphrase.
Time Love Storm.
Wow, you got it.
No.
I know what it is. I think I know. No, do I?
Do you?
I don't get the clock. Like I just thought it was something, but
Look at the clock.
now the clock's already off. Am I allowed to guess again?
No, you're not. Unless Steve.
Okay.
No.
Well, you just said look at the clock, so that's why I was like.
No, but you can try and figure it out. If you look at the clock, it will make sense.
I've got.
Oh, I got it.
Go on.
I got it. For Love and Thunder.
Correct.
Oh, that's why you could look.
4
That's what I
PM.
thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as you said,
I was getting Love and Thunder, but when you said look at the clock, I was like, what?
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah.
the really shit 4 film. Yeah.
I was going to have the number 4 on there, but I thought it's a bit too obvious.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is a good one, Welchy, actually.
So for audio listeners, it's a clock at 4 PM, a love heart, and a lightning storm or thunder. Number 4. This one should be easier,
But-
I think.
Oh,
Stephen?
got it. Glass Onion.
Correct.
Knives Out
Glass
story.
Onion.
I couldn't remember what it's called, but
Well
Yeah.
done. 3-1. 2 left, Andy. You have to tie it up you have to get both to tie it up.
Twilight Steel win this one.
Yeah, he says what you always says.
Emoji number 5. Andy.
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes. Very good. Very
Nice,
good.
very good.
Surprisingly, I searched planet and I couldn't find Earth. I was like,
Oh, really?
I don't know why I
Did you
can't find
type? Did you type?
it. I
Earth
tried
in?
Earth as well and it came up with nothing.
Oh, really?
Might be the website I was using, to be honest.
Oh.
Final one. Who's going to win? Is it going to be Stephen or is it going to be a tie? I've not got no tiebreakers, so it'll be a tie.
A point each.
Final one. Emojis number 6. Andy.
No!
Top Gun.
No!
We'll have
VAR.
VAR.
I need VAR.
We'll have VAR.
I'll VAR on that.
Oh.
I think VAR will confirm. It was close, but I think VAR will confirm that Andy was slightly early.
Oh, I can't say.
I'm
Damn.
joking. Not letting you win today.
This one was very
No.
easy. I should have put this one earlier, I think.
Yeah, the last two are easy for me, so
Yeah.
that worked out well.
Well done, both of you. Let's go back to our normal screen. Just change. You don't need to see that anymore.
Should have made the hard one, Welchy.
You should have had like
The hard one you got,
Random
to be honest. For Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
on that last one. You should have just had like random emojis below the gun. Have so the gun at the top and random emoji below it, but then an arrow pointing to the gun. So then it's like the gun's at the top.
Yeah.
Top
yeah.
gun.
Yeah.
Did you Welchy say the full one double points because of how hard it was? I thought I heard you say that.
I did not say that. I think I have said that in previous episodes.
Damn it! I got a little bit of double point one.
Just to keep you two updated in case you're not getting on your phone, Holland are winning 2-1.
Oh,
Who they
okay.
play?
Japan. Yeah, Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Van Dijk scored 1. Anyway, that's not what people are here for.
Late night World Cup podcast.
Let's move on to what we've been
Live
watching. I have watched some Square Root of Nothing. Square Root of Fuck All, that's what I was trying to say. I've watched absolutely nothing. I know you two have watched Disclosure Day, which I'm very excited to talk about next week. I'm watching it hopefully on
Yeah, me
Tuesday.
too.
So looking forward to that. I
I'm
haven't
very
booked my seat
excited
yet.
because I know what Andy thinks.
So do I.
This should be a fun episode.
I have seen Letterboxd. That's the joy. As much as I think you should get it, Stephen, one benefit of you not having it is I go into every episode having no idea. Whereas
All I
Andy,
will
get
say
into
is there will be
an argument. I'm
strong
sure.
conversations
Yeah,
next episode.
I'm seeing mixed
Stay tuned
things
for that.
online. A lot of mixed things,
Yeah.
which is making me
I
interested.
am because the fact that it's long, that's my only worry with you, Welchy. Because I feel like if it was an hour shorter, it might be better. But
Yeah,
go
Scary
into
Movie was a
mine. I
great
hope you
length.
enjoy it. Yeah.
That's what she said.
Hey.
So yeah, I've got nothing to talk about in terms of watching. I mean, I've been watching The Boys. I think I'm
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You must be
3
close then now.
episodes into season 5. 3.
Okay.
So I think I've got 5 left. Let me just check my Prime.
Yeah.
It said my next episode is episode 4. Yeah. So I will probably be watching at least 2 this week, if not 3. And then I won't be long until I'm done, which is exciting.
Yeah, and then the new spin-off will be out by then.
Is there another one? Another spin-off?
Yeah. Yeah. there's
I
stuff
still
out.
haven't decided if I'm watching Gen Z or not.
prequel.
Because I'm enjoying The Boys a lot, but I'm not sure if I'm enjoying it enough for a spin-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
The
I
fact
don't
that
know.
it's finished as well now, obviously Gen Z, they're not renewing it.
Yeah,
So
which puts me off a little bit. But I'm enjoying The Boys. These 3 episodes have been good, funny as they always are, and disgusting in other ways. And
yeah.
I think I know what's going to happen at the end. Is I could just see what's coming, but we'll see. I'll report back once that's done. Maybe we'll do a spoiler episode. We'll see how busy we are. What have you two been watching other than? Actually, Andy, you've been watching a movie today.
Yep.
Called Richard Jewell,
Yes.
which
I did.
I've been told by my family to watch for a few years now, and just haven't listened to them. I'm pretty sure they got it on DVD, and I haven't got around to it. But it's a true story based on the Summer Olympics. He's like a security guard at the Olympics or something like that.
Yeah, it's at the Olympic Games in Atlanta.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's based on a true story. Came out in 2019. I'd seen clips of it on TikTok before and thought, because it's got I can't remember his name now, but the actor who was in Blackbird, the TV show on Apple, he was in Fantastic Four movie
He
as
was in
like
Fantastic Four. I knew I recognised him. He's the mole
yeah,
man, isn't he? The mole man who goes underground.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've actually seen him pop up in a lot of stuff recently that I've watched him in and really liked his performances in and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I saw some clips of this like ages ago and then forgot about it. And then today I was watching TikTok and saw someone recommend it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go watch that.
It's new to Netflix, right?
So yeah, it's just been added to Netflix, I think.
So before you start,
so
I just got a Letterboxd and Jack has watched this.
yeah.
And
Okay.
he has
Yep.
given it 4 stars on Letterboxd. So let's see what you
Wow.
say.
Yeah, so I usually like true story films anyway, even if people come out and say, "Oh, that's bad." Anything that's based on a true story already have sort of a bias towards it, just because I find them more fascinating to watch and stuff. But yeah, no, I thought this film was fantastic. I don't want to give too much away if you're going to watch it, but if everything in this film is like factually correct and stuff, then it's incredible what the FBI did. It was almost like a witch hunt against this guy. So Richard is the security guard that finds the package. He reports it, obviously tells the police and surrounding security, whatever, and they start obviously trying to push people forward to get away from the bomb and stuff. Obviously it goes off, and then he is the person that's accused of putting the bomb there. They think it's the whole his whole mindset is that he wants to become higher up in law enforcement. So it's like they spin his whole background against him and make him look like the profile of someone that would plant a bomb just to become the hero and be the attention of media and stuff. And yeah, I won't go into whether I don't know if you guys know if he's guilty or not or what actually happens, but I won't spoil that.
You know, this is a film, to be honest.
I'll leave that for you guys to watch the film and sort of figure out and stuff, or if you predict it throughout the film.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really good performance from him as Richard. I would recommend it if you don't like watching films that are based on true stories. I think this is one of the better ones. They got the guy from Mad Men, the main character.
So
Matt,
I was just
is
about to
also one
say,
of the FBI cops in this.
For Stephen's benefit, it's got a really good cast. It's got John Hamm,
Yes,
the guy you're talking about,
and
Olivia Wilde.
Olivia
It's
Wilde.
got Kathy Bates.
Oh yeah.
Sam Rockwell. There's more here as
yeah,
well.
that's the main guy.
There's a lot of like top quality actors in that film.
No,
the
What's
main guy is
called?
Paul Hauser.
Yeah, that's it.
Who's in Inside Out 2, Fantastic Four, I, Tonya, Cruella.
Sam Rockwell was in Argyle.
Yeah, he plays.
Yes, he was. Yeah,
The main
was,
lead in Argyle. Yeah.
He plays the lawyer in this.
Cool. What rating would you give it? I've checked Letterboxd. You've not done it.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I'd probably give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Because I really enjoyed it from the start, from the get go. It's very fascinating. It dives straight into the topic and like what happened, and yeah, the fact it's based on a true story. I don't know. I don't think it didn't feel particularly long, but it might be 2 hours.
Normally Clint Eastwood films are quite long.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, and it's directed by Clint Eastwood. So
obviously, great being 8, amazing being 9. It's somewhere in that zone, like not quite amazing, but around there.
Yeah.
It is just over 2 hours, 131 minutes.
Oh, 2 hours 11, not bad.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it.
I would add that to my watch list now, because now it's more than just my family telling me to watch it.
Yeah, and we can talk about it now on the podcast as one of us has watched it, so that would entice me to pump it out my watch list.
Speaking of things that the podcast have watched, Stephen, you've now watched The Crash, which is a documentary that me and Andy have been talking about. Andy, quickly, did you finish the last 5 minutes of that?
Yeah, I finished it. Yeah. It my mind didn't change at all. It just thumbs up, just added to everything I thought.
I had quite a tough week at work, so I was like, Joe, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna order a Chinese, and I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch The Crash. Partly because you were talking about it, my whole family had watched it as well, and I need to. There's so many documentaries that I really want to get on my I've added, because it comes up at the end oh, if you like The Crash or like this, and then you read the synopsis, you're like, oh, that sounds good, or that sounds good. So yeah, I mean, I'm with both of you. she's so guilty. It is absolutely beyond me. The only thing that I would say, but I do have a little bit of a niggle. It's annoying that we never actually fully know what happened, and I always get really frustrated with that because now I'm going to spend the rest of my life wanting to find out what happened in that car, which we're never going to know. But like, obviously, if she wanted to kill her boyfriend, fine. But I
It's
don't
not
strike
fine.
me. As
It's not fine.
no, I don't mean fine. That I should have paused. That sounded really bad. It's not fun at all. But like in her mindset, right? If she wanted to bump off her boyfriend for whatever reason she had, then I can understand from their toxic relationship that you start to see. But she doesn't strike me as the sort of person that would want to end her own life. So how she didn't know that she was going to survive that.
I didn't know you
crash,
was
that
going to
kind
say
of
that.
thing.
I thought you was about to mention the friend that was also in the
Yeah.
car.
No, well, also, like, if she just had it in her mind, because he wasn't even meant to be in the car, so if she was intentionally planning to kill them, she's like, well, you're just leverage, like, unlucky for you getting in the car, because she had no regard of him. But that's my only sort of niggle of she didn't look like she wanted to kill herself. Like, she bought presents, she like been bought like more dresses later down the line.
Cool, you have very
Yeah,
different feeling to me, Stephen. Like, I am so against her. It's unbelievable.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not saying I'm with her. I agree that she's guilty. I just think that I can't work out what she was getting out of that because she almost killed herself.
I don't think she was thinking like that.
yeah.
No.
I think even if that particular like crash wasn't planned, it could have just been an impulse thing to do at that moment that she decided, you know what, I've had enough, sort of thing, and flipped in that moment and just done it. So that would explain, obviously. And anyone that's going to do anything like that anyway is still gonna, they're still going to be planning for the future and stuff and doing things ahead of time anyway. That's not going to change what they do.
No, that's a good point. I mean, my other thought thinking about what happened is, did an argument kick off and then one of the boys took control of the wheel and it got out of control? Like, was she?
No, she just wanted to kill him, drove straight into that wall. Is my take from that whole documentary. Because even they showed the black box or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing that my mother said,
her foot was in pedal for 5 seconds before it went into the wall.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'll make it clear. She is guilty. Like, there was nothing in her demeanor, the way that she spoke about in court, even the interview that they had at the end, where the directors talked to her. I was like, you're just like, she's our show remorse. I was like, love, there's no single bit of remorse on your face.
Yeah, but then
my mother
even at the end, she like made sure with her lawyer that it was okay. I was like, well, your lawyer's been there the whole time, you little bitch. I was like, fuck off.
I mean, my mother said, she said, could it be a way of if you like black out at the wheel and her foot goes on the accelerator? But
disagree. I just think
I don't.
Your foot doesn't go that strong down.
Yes, I agree. No, I agree.
And she's not a big girl. Like, she's very slim and skinny.
No.
So her foot's not heavy enough to do that. It takes some force.
Yeah.
You have to forcefully put your foot down to go pedal to the metal. That.
Yeah, you take your foot off slightly, that'll go down instead, like straight away, and that would be picked up on their records.
She did the corner. You see the footage, like the corner that she did that so beautifully. I was like, wow. And then just went completely fucking psycho down the road because the lawyer or the prosecutor made a really good point. It wasn't even like a straight road. Like,
that's the thing for me.
You would have to be meticulous with like the bends, and I was like, I so many questions. I'm the sort of person that I do try and see both sides in any part of life. I don't try to have my blinkers off and go, they're guilty, even though I was trying to think, right, rationally, could it be that she blacked out? How did she know she wasn't going to kill herself? But all in all, she's guilty. Like, there's no two ways about it. I think
she just got lucky that she got lucky that she didn't kill herself. Like, she wasn't expecting that.
I also couldn't believe
and then all of a sudden it's like, shit, I'm going to go to prison for the rest of my life. All of a sudden I think you said it, Welchy, the parent. I mean, I hated her parents anyway. Yeah, the mum.
But when she took to the stand and goes, well, basically, the boyfriend's really sad. The friend, well, they weren't really a close friend. Because that makes them think much better. So I love the judge said, and what has that got to do with the situation? I was like, what has that got to do with the situation? So, she is sort of guilty. And there's no way they're like, hang on, we're going to fight for justice. She ain't getting out for parole till 2037. Deal with it. She's in prison. That's it.
Yeah, I just think I agree in terms of like, I don't understand her thinking because
I don't get the rationale at all.
But she was high, so you're not going to be thinking completely rationally anyway. another thing I don't quite understand is, unless those two were like passed out like high in the car, like if they were trying to fight her off the wheel, that car would have spun out at that speed
Yeah,
much
it would
sooner.
have.
So they
Yeah,
obviously
you're
didn't.
right.
They didn't try and stop it. So I'm
You're
guessing they were passed
I,
out.
Yeah,
because they
like 5 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
yeah, I was
And they'd been
expecting as
outside.
well them to have like her to have alcohol in her bloodstream.
Mm.
I know they said that she was high, but they also made a good point that this was a person. I mean, it's not right. A, she was consistently getting high while driving, and she was recording herself while driving. That wasn't mentioned.
Yeah.
Like you're literally committing 2 major crimes while driving. But this is, they said it's like this sort of person that knows how to handle driving while under the influence of drugs. It
To a
wasn't that
point,
she took any.
like I
To a
think
point, sure.
Yeah.
you don't know how
But they
high
said
she
the
was,
levels were
and
not, they weren't high enough levels. They couldn't attribute it to drugs. Like it was intentional from the evidence they got
Yeah.
back. And that leads me to believe just the rationale, because I don't get it. And also, I thought maybe it's another case that, well, he was going to leave her. So if, like, I can't have you, no one can have you.
that wouldn't
But then
surprise
you'll
me.
put your own life at risk as well. So it would have made more sense if she'd, like, bumped him off or got like a hitman or someone to like run him over,
Or
or
she
something.
jumped out the car at the right last second or
Or
something.
she jumped out the car like at the last moment. So, but you're right. All in all, we could look at it from all different angles. The main point of it is that she's guilty. I just want to know why.
Yeah.
We still didn't get the why at the end, which always annoys me with these documentaries.
I think it is because of their relationship. I think the documentary was clever in the way that it showed the first half, where you like maybe doubt yourself on like who is actually guilty, or even maybe it was an accident sort of thing. So then the second half of the documentary, where they start to reveal her personality and what she was like as a person, and I think that's the main difference in this. And then that personality continues even afterwards when she's in court and in jail, giving her interview. That personality doesn't change. And like you say, with the lawyer even being present, she turns around, checks the lawyer. Oh, is it okay to say that? It's like, that's not what someone innocent would be thinking.
Yeah.
Like, you're just going to say how you feel, and you'd feel extremely guilty.
I found it also really heartwarming that one of the families used their child's passing to set up the scholarship for other students. I thought that was really nice. And also, it must be awful that they heard the sound. You're right. I've never seen a car that mangled up before, and the sound was just like made like shivers go down my spine. But also just for the fact that they don't have closure. Yeah, obviously she got found guilty. She's in prison, but they still will be there for the rest of their life wondering why.
Yeah.
Like, why did you actually do it? My mother made like went, I just wish they would have like gone and like told them why they did that. Or they didn't. Mother, she's a murderer, right? She's not going to be understanding. Go, oh, I murdered your child, but this is why I did it. Like they don't think like that. And she was like, no, good point.
Yeah, there's a lot about her that I don't like the fact that she was like accepting endorsements days or weeks after the thing.
Yeah,
she was celebrating as a skull, a skeleton.
She dressed up as a corpse.
That's so tone deaf. That is so tone deaf. It's unbelievable. Speaking of documentaries where you at the end you're like, oh, you've like, I am 99% sure this girl's guilty, but like you say, why? Like just figuring out these last.
It's just the why that is a niggling at me.
The BTK killer one is, I think I mentioned it last week, is where he's
it's on my list to watch as well.
You got me. This is why I did this, and this. It's like, oh, okay. I left the thing thinking, wow, I know everything.
It's a bit like Dharma as well, when that whole sort of not only did he get caught, but he kind of said, right, I did this for X, Y, and Z. You're like, at least give me. I've got closure from that. Got closure. I understand what your thought process.
But they're people
don't
that
get hers.
Are happy and almost proud to be a serial killer. Do you know what I mean? Like they love it. Whereas this is much. She wasn't good planning. Well, as far as we know, planning to go and kill anyone else. This was I think Andy's pretty right. I killed him because no one else can have him. So and if it means her life's gone, which is fucking more the thing. What they said in the documentary is why the mate, like, drop him off.
Yeah, Sally.
Drop him off.
He just got wrong place, wrong time.
Well, they said the mate said he was meant to stay. He was
going to get the lift. Yeah, and he was going to get a lift with his other friends. So just shows you that fate. Obviously, for whatever reason, his card was marked that day, and no one really understands why. Does make you think.
Another bit that I found so odd in that thing is when they went to the main boyfriend, the boyfriend's dad. They went to his house, and the dad. They just told his dad that he died, and he didn't seem like that worried. He was more
Yeah,
worried
it
about
is
getting a
that.
cigarette and
Yeah.
going to sit outside. I was thinking that is life-changing news, and you don't
Yeah.
seem that.
I
Maybe
guess
though.
I don't
I
know.
Go
think
on,
it's
Andy.
no, just gonna say I think it's like a more of a you don't believe it's real until
Yeah,
you actually sort of see it for yourself thing.
that's
Because
exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
imagine like getting a knock at your door and it's the police and they tell you someone in your family's just died like suddenly. It's like
Mm.
you'd be like,
Just-
no way, like that can't be
I,
real. Like I don't think
and I,
it kicks in. Like obviously it might be different with different people.
yeah.
You
I
might
just feel like I'd pass
break
out
down.
if someone said my
yeah.
Yeah,
child had died in a car crash. I think I'd
I feel
pass
like
out.
it's pretty not you processing it like
Maybe.
for him, like not
Maybe.
processing it straight away and not believing it until
I,
maybe they go
I
and
don't.
he breaks down sort of thing. But yeah,
And I'm absolutely happy to share this, but as someone who's gone through sort of, it's very different when you're aware. But
Yeah.
even when you see that happen in front of you and you're like driving back, you still can't quite believe that situation's happened. So I didn't find it bizarre because I feel like for him, he was thinking this hasn't happened. It hasn't. It's once that grief sets in where you really get that full emotion.
No, that's fair. I
Some
could just,
people it happens. It happens probably for some people very immediately. Other people, there's like they call it like a delayed response to grief, where your body doesn't feel the physical effects for sometimes hours or even
I would
days
have been
after.
like, if that's him, like I would have still been like, I need to go then, like I need to go to the hospital or I need to go I need to go somewhere. Like I wouldn't just be sitting still thinking like, yeah, whatever's going through his head sort of thing. I'd feel like I need to do some sort of action to like find out exactly what had happened. Or
I agree. And I agree with Stephen as well. Like, I get that people deal with things differently. It might not have taken a while to like get it in his head, but I don't know. I can only it's how luckily touch wood will never happen to me, but I just think I'd react differently personally.
Yeah, okay, I'll get your point.
Anything else that you two have watched this week before we wrap up?
As I said earlier in the podcast, I went to see Obsession, and I do want to quickly talk about it only because I now have very different feelings towards Obsession. So I wasn't planning to go and watch it. I sort of I was out already and I had a couple of hours free and I thought, rather than going back home, let's see what's up at the cinema. And I saw a 9 p.m. screening for Obsession. I was like, do you know what? I've wanted to watch it for a second time. I'm now going to go watch it. On second viewing, I love the movie even more. I already gave it a 10, so I can't give it a higher. No. You would think I was going to lower it. No. Yeah. What I mean is that I went then back whilst I was doing the Platinum for 007, which I'll talk about on the Let Not Go podcast in our next episode. I had it on to hear what I said. And half the stuff that I said in that review, I would now change because where I was kind of coming from, seeing it from Bear's perspective, I now completely changed that. Like, Bear is an awful character. I think me and Addy briefly touched upon it, where like he is everything I cannot stand. And it was only because watching it second time, I knew what was coming. I knew all of the bits and pieces of what was happening. And what was lovely is to see the crowd because it was a packed out screening. So when there were some moments that were quite, we've all seen Obsession, haven't we?
No.
But did you not?
No,
You don't watch it. All right, good job. I'm not going to say anything in detail of that because you definitely need to watch it. I couldn't remember if you watched it or not. So when those shocking moments happened, it was great seeing the crowd because I was like, well, I fucking know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
But like the whole thing about it's creating conversation where there is like he's just not. I can't believe I defended him in the first review basically because there is no defense for how he acts, and it becomes very clear that it's a much more toxic sort of friendship group, and there's a lot more stuff second time around that you see that I really saw. So I started to pay attention to sort of Bear, and even in moments where he had the chance to make things better, he didn't. And it's done such in a clever way that it doesn't make me feel bad as a person for trying to defend him. I think the movie does it very well, that it's subtle, but the more you watch it, it becomes clearer and clearer the intention. So I think it's a masterpiece. I think it's an absolute masterpiece of a movie. And I probably would go and watch it a third time and a fourth time. It's one of those where there's just something about it. You know, when I said I can't quite work out the hype, after seeing it a second time around, I was like, okay, yeah, I do see the hype. I understand now why everyone's going cuckoo for this film.
You gave it a 10. How could you not see the hype before? You gave it a 10.
I mean, it's the hype that so many people are going to watch it because obviously like there were people in that screening that are not horror fans. Like there are so many non-horror fans going to watch this movie, and it's obviously exploded on social media, and I was like, well, it's a really good piece of work, but I don't quite understand why it's exploded. But on the second time viewing, I now get
Okay.
it. It's what I'm trying to say.
Andy, anything you
Makes
watched?
sense. No, obviously I watched Obsession again. Yeah, I still think it's a great movie. No, I think my opinion of there was
Yeah,
different to
you're
Steven's to begin with
basically
anyway. So
Andy's
Steven's
opinion on
basically now
Bear.
admitting I'm right without sort of saying I'm
No,
right.
well, it's one of those where like a lot of people have very like different opinions. But when I spoke to a guy at work who watched it, he did change my mind for something that he said that I was like, oh fuck me, yeah, you're right. When I watched it a second time, I was like, oh man, I've got Bear really really wrong. I still have that moment of where my heart goes out, but not for Bear. But then equally, that other friend that my heart went out for, I was like, well, no, not really, because you're just as bad. Like all of them are pretty awful, apart from one. But we need to have that further conversation once you watch it, because I don't want to spoil anything for you. The only other thing that I watched today is I watched. I've seen all the episodes of Rivals, and now I've got to wait till bloody November for the next batch, which is bullshit, absolute bullshit. That I've got to wait that long. And it does end really, really good. I mean, I know you said you're going to wait, Andy, probably till they will drop, and then watch. But yeah, the last episode ends with something that I'm now like, come on, I want to know now, and I can't know now. I've got to wait till November.
I probably will end up watching the rest of Rivals just because of I don't want to see any spoilers on
Yeah, but
social
you
media
need
and
to
stuff.
you need to really see episode 6, because if you saw a spoiler, it would definitely ruin it.
Yeah, but no, I haven't. Other than Disclosure Day, which I watched at the cinema, I saw bits of this TV show that Beth was watching, Alice and Steve, I think it's called. But other than that,
Yes.
no.
It's funny you should mention that. When I watched Rivals earlier today, it popped up. It's from the producer Baby Reindeer, and my mum and my sister are watching it. And I asked them, and they said it's compelling, but it's really, really weird. But I quite like.
You'll probably like it.
Yes, I might like it because I quite like the weirder something a TV show is. The more I'm like, oh, I'm quite.
I'm sure one of the main characters. I could literally see you being the main character in this.
Oh, what am I, Steve?
Yeah.
If I watch it, that's not a good thing, though, is it?
You have to watch it. I basically know what the whole plot is.
That's just,
TV
you know,
Andy's
not going to compliment me in this instance, so I know that's bad. If anyone's watched Alice and Steve, right, I will come at you if it's really, really bad. But probably, no, my life decisions sometimes, it wouldn't surprise me.
Okay.
But who knows?
Well, that is going to do it for this week's episode of the Late Night Movie Podcast. Let us know what you thought of Scary Movie or Scary Movie 6, whatever they're calling it. Drop your thoughts in the comments or tag us on socials at the Late Night Pods. We'd love to hear from you. You can also join our Discord using the link in the description to get your thoughts in before we record our episodes. If you enjoyed the episode, please make sure to follow and subscribe wherever you are listening. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss next week's episode. Speaking of which, we have a big one next week, a very big one. Might be slightly longer than usual. We are reviewing both Toy Story 5 and Disclosure Day. So you will definitely not want to miss that for one or two reasons, maybe both reasons. Until then, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I have been your host, Welchy, and my co-hosts today have been Andy.
Thank you as always, guys. It's been a pleasure, and look forward to the next episode.
And Stephen.
Yes, and I am also going to apologise to Andy, as much as it fucking kills me, that he was absolutely right about the whole Scary Movie 6 thing earlier. I've missed, obviously, that horror reference, so I apologise. I admit when I'm in the wrong. It won't happen again.
And that's why your name is now Mr. 10 out of 10. Thanks again for listening, everyone, and we will see you next time.